over to Twitter and use the hashtag Valor Series. Tweet us your predictions, your thoughts, and what you think of his green shirt. Well, gentlemen, ladies, of all ages, I said that backwards, but who cares? It's the quarterfinals, number 2. Royal is up 1 game over Nova. The computations are aplenty for top 4 in Europe, but Royal needs to secure themselves this victory here to increase their chances of making it to E3 next month. And with GUP 1 game, have already found themselves in a better position.
Yeah, and look at this aggressive rotation by the side of Royal. And looks like the side, I don't know who took the blue buff, but that was a nice early invade there by the side of Royal. That's exactly what they need to do with the composition that they have.
And so now you're going to see, looks like Lady Kappa's on the red.
Lady Kappa did get it.
Yeah, Lady Kappa was able to get it. So iFlex picks it up for Nova. Lady Kappa picks it up for Royal. So just a simple trading of the red buffs. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Lady Kappa's going to resort to his own jungle, as well as iFlex, to make sure that they get double busts for their teams. Now, L'Oreal, talk to me a little bit about this L'Oreal. We've seen L'Oreal actually fall in the picks considering the rise that people have had for Preda. How do you feel, why do you feel that this L'Oreal hasn't found as much play?
Yeah, because L'Oreal is really good into the tank warrior assassin dive comp that we see a lot of people play in the meta. She counters that completely when she uses her late game phase. And she also was nerfed in the recent patch. You know, her slow went from 90% slow, her passive slow when she has that burst damage, to 50% slow. So it's not as powerful, and as a result, L'Oreal is, or Tulin is, if you want to win early game. So that's why L'Oreal has fallen off a little bit, but she's still very strong into the right composition.
Denalians and Lady Kappa secure the Spirit Sentinel for Royal, as Ganja does what Ganja does best and create a little bit of a defensive force. We've talked about Ganja actually a lot. Someone as one of the more proactive supports, as one of the more successful supports as well here in the Valor Series Europe. So the rotation, as we have seen all too many times in Arena of Valor, Abyssal Dragon being on the menu, Lady Kappa ends up picking that up. Nova finding themselves on the back foot. They don't have the early game composition that they did in game number 1, and as we can see, are finding themselves behind as a result.
Yeah, but the good news is they're not giving over any deaths. They're not that behind. They're only about 400 or so gold behind. So if they keep this up, they're looking pretty good. They just need to make sure they don't lose jungle. They need to take the jungle immediately, and with these type of rotations, protecting the tower, getting their jungles, they can actually stay in the game and get to their late game power spike that they want to match against this Ryoma and Tulin.
400 to 500 gold, less than that actually, separates both of these teams, which at 3 minutes is a near negligible stat. Nothing that you have to worry about too much. Royal and Nova respecting the line of scrimmage, much contrary to what we saw in the last game. We can see damage being done to the Seagull early. Fun fact, Sweet J, for the longest of time, many individuals thought that the Seagull was actually a bird. It is actually a dragon.
Oh, it is?
It is actually a dragon, a mini dragon on the map. So the spirit of the Seagull helps you out. So surprise, there's your Today I Learned for Arena of Valor. First blood goes into the hands of the support. Hey guys, I can carry 2. Ganja picking that up. Sepka finds himself low. Ultimate gets popped by talented player. He's going to secure that kill. Endure is not going to endure enough as Restless finds himself down. Ganja, 2 kills. So just like that, Royal finds themselves with 3 gold's worth of kills in their pocket.
Really good kill there by the side of Ganja. And look at that Malik shot ultimate landing on 2 people, doing so much burst. However, he's going to fall, and they're not going to get the tower. They actually traded 1 for 1, so it wasn't a worth the engage. But I want to talk about the last fight. Really nice job by Ganja there, securing the kill. And look at Talon here. He's by himself, taking another tower, which is going to give a huge lead for them. But 0Y01, he has to be very careful. When he's low, he's got to be able to kite to fight and get out and not give these deaths over. And also, the side of Restless, he needed to ult sooner. He didn't use that L'Oreal Smite ultimate and drop that Judgment Circle sooner to basically help win the fight or help them disengage. He actually casted it a little passively instead of aggressively at the beginning of the fight to turn the fight around.
Abyssal Dragon is going to get taken down. Almost Lady Kappa actually secures that 2 in the hands of Royal. Restless will find himself in a rough spot, dives a little bit too deep, isn't able to get the cooldown reduction with the ultimate as he has to blink out of the max. And so just like that, Royal's able to pick themselves up 2 kills. In the meanwhile, Talented Player will fall to the 2v1 in the top lane, but they don't have any sort of minion wave available. Hakai is going to rotate to the top side of the map as well. So Nova gets them a rebuttal kill, but they're going to lose a tower in the bot lane in the process.
Yeah, Royal, again, doing such a good job trading and shoving wave and pushing lanes. Again, they already got 2 towers, 6 deaths, and this puts them at a healthy advantage. And Nova wasn't even able to get the top tower. Malik was able to rotate in time to stop it from happening. And look at his jungle invade there. Beautiful Earth Splitter by Ganja.
Kappa secures the Sage Golem, and so just like that, Royal finds themselves a turning of the tides. They weren't the ones that needed to be aggressive in game 1, but show the versatility in their roster as they secure themselves a very aggressive early game. 14,000 in their pockets at just prior to the 6-minute mark. We've got 7 seconds until the Dark Slayer spawns. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, look at Talented Player. He's just farming, doing his own thing. He's developing really well. He just finished the Spear of Longinus. That means every attack he does shreds armor of his opponent. So that means it synergizes really well with Ryoma.
iFlex finds himself in a very rough spot. Lee D. Kappa, with all the gold in his pocket, is going to use that to sharpen his spear. And they secured themselves 2 victories, double kill into the hands of Denalians. We wanted to see Royal capitalize on the early game, and they have done just that. 1-0-8 for Lady Kappa, 100% kill participation, as well as 2 Abyssal Dragon secures. And now, at 6.5 minutes in the game, Dark Slayer goes down.
Yeah, Dark Slayer is going to come down. This is a huge take for the side of Royal here. And because of those plays, that rotation, the beautiful Malik ultimate coming down, killing iFlex. By the way, iFlex plays normally side lane, and he's back into the jungle role here. So what they need to do here, Nova, is they need to not give any more deaths. They need to stop the bleed. Do not give any more towers. Try to clear that wave. And don't overextend. Don't walk past your towers unless you have vision, you know where your opponent is. Because if you do, you're risking a gank like we just saw on top of iFlex.
Nova finds themselves in a rough position. Not only have they found themselves almost 6,000 gold down at the 7.5 minute mark, but you're going to see the outer rings of turrets, lots of damage by Lady Kappa. You could see how quickly he was able to swipe that turret away. They're going to have a nice rotation. And this is where I like to see Royal succeed, because not only are they securing themselves the kills, but you can see a beautiful rotation, secure the tower in the mid lane, come across the map, steal the resources, secure the tower in the bot lane. You've got Abyssal Dragon that's available. Royal is starting to show signs of life. We saw some stumbles from them in the earlier stages, but they know that this is a super important series if they want to ensure that they secure themselves a spot at E3 next month. Yeah,
they're doing such a phenomenal job here with how they're rotating. These 3 to 4 man rotations, getting 2 towers with this Abyssal Dragon, and then Talented Player just continuing push his lane and he's taking every single Vision Dragon, not bird, right? Take every
it's Seagull, it's called a Seagull.
Take every single Seagull and getting ahead. I mean, look at him, he's 4.4k gold versus the side of Nova. A lot of them are under 4k gold. The only person is Wonder Woman, who's playing on the bomb side lane. And look at this push here. They need to be very careful because Nova needs to come back here in this fight.
Look at how tanky Hakai is. He tanked 2 tower shots as well as some poke damage and still found himself above 75% HP. This is a Royal team that has been operating in a much higher macro sense. We've seen them in the prowess in their mechanical sense, being able to understand the power of their heroes appropriately, but when they can create these synergistic rotations, when they can make sure that Nova has no abilities to be proactive, forcing them on the back foot, good things are in line, and as a result, they have got themselves in quite a lead at the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, the key now is they need to get a pick. Royal needs to get a pick in jungle, and then Nova needs to play very safe in lane. Jungle is very dangerous unless they have vision, so they need to make sure that when they are together and they have that 5 versus 3 or 5 versus 4 numbers advantage, they need to be decisive and engage, because that was their chance to come back. Hakai was low, and they need to engage because it was all 5 members of Nova, and that was their chance to come back. So when they have a numbers advantage, they need to go in and take advantage of that.
Now you see Royal with the aggressive posturing on the top side of the map. Hakai immediately decides to go in. They're going to get a tower dive. The 4-man knockup from Ganja sets up the damage dealers of Royal perfectly. Lady Kappa tries to get into the damage, but now he's decided to join the fray in the fight. Great disengage by Royal. Hakai barely survives with his life, but more importantly, the objectives have been acquired for Royal. They get a tier 2 tower on the top side. Dark is going to try to go in and use all the skills of the Wonder Woman, but it doesn't matter. Great effort there by Royal to understand the end game just enough to ward the members of Nova off so they can secure themselves a tower.
Yeah, and look at talented player. He's just a split pushing monster. Like last game, now this game, he took the other tower. He took the dragon side tier 2 tower, and as a result, opening up the map even further for the team.
And so now you're going to have a little bit of a tango on the bottom side, or the bottom side of the map here. Ganja securing another multiple member knockup. However, iFlex will be able to pick up the kill on him. This is Nova needing to understand that they have to slow down this game. They have to find a way to stop the bleeding. Patch it up with leaves, patch it up with mud. Do whatever you need to do to stop, because the wounds are going to prove fatal as Royal secures themselves yet another Abyssal Dragon, 4th of the game. 11 minutes in, 7,500 gold. Royal is in commanding lead.
Yeah, they definitely are. That was Nova's chance to come back again. They got a kill on Ganja. You have the numbers lead. Why even give the dragon? Rotate down, take that dragon, take objectives. You need to start taking it. They did not have gone one tower, and that was their chance to abuse the respawn timer on Ganja and make plays with...
Look at this. You have Chognar Y01 is, yes, he's 0-3-1, but more importantly, he's 1,500 gold behind his opposing support. That is an unbelievable deficit from the support position.
Yeah, and they don't really have a tank, maybe except for Wonder Woman, but Chognar is building actually more magic damage versus a support here, so he's not really a reliable tank, and that's why his positioning, he has to be very, very careful because of how squishy he is and the build that he has put on there.
A little bit of a power spike by Sivka with the Frost Cape to come out, but is it going to be enough for the team of Nova Esports? They find themselves down many towers, many Abyssal Dragons, as well as the Dark Slayer. 30 seconds until Dark Slayer number 2 spawns on the battlefield. So we're going to have to wait and see if that's even something that Royal wants to have on the menu. They have secured themselves every inner tower except for this one. One more auto attack is going to do it. And just like that, Kappa swipes that across, as now they are knocking on the doors. Knock, knock, knock. We are home. The Lion is ready to pounce upon Nova Esports' base as they are one victory away. Again, we cannot continue, cannot stop to overlook the fact that if Royal wins this game, it is an exponential increase of percentage of a chance for them to secure the top 4 finish and a chance to the regional finals at E3.
Yeah, and look at them patiently camping there, waiting for a pick, because, again, Nova has a composition that can do a really good job at killing the waves and making sure that the high ground tower does not get touched. And because Nova is playing so defensively and not going outside of their tower range, they're going to go ahead and take this Dark Slayer here.
And so with that, we see Royal playing the patient game. They've got themselves a lead, 7,000 gold. Why should they overaggress? Why should they overcommit? We've seen teams falter even when they have a lead at overcommitting, becoming a little bit too zealous. And as you mentioned, Nova with the wave clear as well as the late game team fights that they have, Royal wants to make sure that they use every advantage that they have at the utmost level of efficiency. So they secure themselves the Dark Slayer. Now they're pushing out the waves. You can see the bouncing between the different waves, and just like that, the red defense tower has been taken down. Lady Kappa, the extra range with his passive, providing lots of damage with that Ryoma. 1-0-8, the first across the 10,000 gold mark. He has been an absolute staple point for his team. Yeah, and
again, they did such a good job. That wave there, they had 3 waves crashing into all 3 sides of Nova's base there. So really good job by Royal split pushing like this. I mean, they're split pushing mechanics and their pushing strategy have been working out so well for them.
And so now Hakai decides to try to get himself to go on. You're going to get a one-man knockup, but is it going to be enough? The bounce backs around. Talented player does a great job at destroying the high ground tower, so they don't have that to have to worry about. He's going to try to get himself to bounce out. 2 members are falling, Sevka as well as Dark. Talented player gets himself out alive. Ganja's going to try to use that ultimate, but a double kill into the hands of Tulin. 3 members are left alive, but all the high ground turrets are going to find themselves gone. One is down to 10% HP. It will end up falling. The final high ground turret, you're going to see a disengage coming out of Hakai. He will end up having been forced to use that ultimate to go away. No one will lose their life, but 2 high ground turrets in favor of Royal.
Yeah, they took down all 3 high ground tower turrets from that Dark Slayer buff. This is looking so good for the side of Royal. They're doing such a good job kiting the fight and going heavy. Again, Hakai had such a perfect Malik Shock ultimate. They did now aliens, got most of those kills. He went in there. He's 5-0-5 on this 2-lane. He went in there and did so much AoE damage, securing such clean kills by leveraging all of the burst damage that's coming from the side of 2-lane from his lightning bolts.
So now we find ourselves at 15.5 minutes in the game. There is one objective standing between Royal and a semifinals berth against Team Noob on Saturday, and that is the core. The ultimate home base protection, whatever you want to call it. Nova, that's the only thing that they have left on the map. Everything has been taken. Triple goose egg, mind you. No towers, no Abyssal Dragons, no Dark Slayers for Nova. They have been starved out of existence.
Yeah, this is tough because, look, there's 3 Supermen. When you take all 3 high ground towers, 3 Super Minions spawn in the middle, and they're so hard to kill. They're so tanky, and now he's supposed to core, and I'll be GG.
Royal have the minions, no damage reduction. It doesn't matter. Why do we need extra kills when objectives are on the menu? Victory to Team Royal.